It was 2 in the morning. The house was dead silent. And then my cat did something I will never forget. She leaped onto my chest. She dug her claws into my skin, and she screamed. Not a meow, a scream. I have never heard a cat make that sound before. I opened my eyes, and I saw her face. Her ears were flat. Her eyes were wide. She was terrified, and she kept looking toward the nursery door. My baby was 6 months old. She slept in the room next to ours. I had a baby monitor on my nightstand. The light was green. No sound. Everything looked normal. But my cat would not stop. She jumped off the bed. She ran to the hallway. She came back. She bit my finger. She had never bitten me before. Something was very wrong. I ran to the nursery. I opened the door, and what I saw stopped my heart. My baby was not breathing. She was blue. Her tiny chest was not moving. I screamed for my wife. I grabbed my daughter. I started CPR. I had learned it years ago. I never thought I would use it. My hands were shaking. I was crying, but I kept going. 1 breath, 2 breaths, chest compressions. My wife called an ambulance. She was sobbing in the corner, and my cat sat in the doorway, just watching, not moving, not making a sound. After what felt like a lifetime, my baby coughed, a tiny little cough, and then she started crying, the most beautiful sound I have ever heard. The paramedics arrived minutes later. They checked her oxygen levels. They said she was going to be okay, and then they told me something that made my blood run cold. The baby monitor had failed. It was plugged in. The light was green, but it was dead inside. A short circuit. No signal. No alarm. I had been sleeping peacefully while my baby stopped breathing just 1 room away. If my cat had not woken me up, I would have found my daughter dead in the morning. That thought haunts me every single day. And this brings me to something most people do not understand about cats. People say cats are cold. They say cats are selfish. They say a cat would eat you if you died. But the truth is very different. And the story I just told you is not the only one. There are hundreds of documented cases of cats saving human lives. Real cases, with names and dates and witnesses. Let me tell you about a few of them. In 2012, a cat named Pudding saved his owner from a diabetic seizure. The woman was sleeping when her blood sugar crashed dangerously low. Pudding knew something was wrong. He jumped onto the bed. He pawed at her face. No response. So he went to her son's room. He meowed until the son woke up. He led the boy to his mother. The boy called 911. The doctors said she would have slipped into a coma within 20 minutes. Pudding is now a registered therapy animal. Another case, a cat named Tara. You may have seen the viral video. A little boy was playing in his driveway. Suddenly, a neighbor's dog attacked him, grabbed his leg, started dragging him. Before anyone could react, Tara the cat came flying out of nowhere. She slammed into the dog at full speed. The dog dropped the boy and ran. Tara chased the dog all the way down the street. Then she came back and checked on the boy. That video has millions of views. It is one of the most incredible things I have ever seen. And then there is a cat named Simon. Simon was an old black cat who lived with a woman in England. One night, the woman's house caught fire while she was sleeping. Simon jumped on her head. He clawed her pillow. He hissed and yowled until she woke up. She could barely see through the smoke, but she followed Simon through the dark hallway. He led her straight to the back door. They got out just before the roof collapsed. Simon saved her life. These stories are not rare. Science is now catching up to what cat owners have known for decades. Cats form deep emotional bonds with their humans. A study from Oregon State University found that cats see their owners as a source of safety and comfort, just like dogs do, just like human babies do. The researchers placed cats in unfamiliar rooms. Some cats were with their owners. Some were alone. The cats with their owners were calm. They explored the room. They played. The cats without their owners showed clear signs of stress. When the owners returned, most cats ran to greet them. They rubbed against their legs. They purred. They showed clear signs of attachment. Another study from the University of Tokyo found that cats recognize their owner's voice, even when they do not see the person. They tested this with recordings. When a stranger's voice played a cat's name, the cat did not react much. But when the owner's voice played the cat's name, the cat's ears moved, their tail twitched, their head turned. They were listening. They just choose not to always respond. That is a different thing entirely. That is not coldness. That is independence. Cats love differently than dogs, but they do love. Now let me tell you why my cat was able to sense danger that night. This is the part that will blow your mind. Cats have senses that humans can only dream of. Their hearing is unbelievably sensitive. A cat can hear frequencies up to 64,000 hertz. Humans top out at around 20,000. They can hear a mouse squeak from 30 feet away, through a wall. They can hear the tiny shifts in breathing patterns, the subtle changes in a baby's oxygen levels, things no baby monitor can detect. But it gets even stranger. A cat's sense of smell is 14 times stronger than a human's. They can detect chemical changes in the human body. They can smell when someone is sick. They can smell changes in blood sugar. They can smell the tiny chemical shifts that happen when a person stops breathing normally. My cat did not see my baby stop breathing. She did not hear it on a monitor. She smelled it. She sensed it. Scientists are now studying something called medical detection cats. Just like medical detection dogs, these cats can alert owners to seizures, low blood sugar, and even certain types of cancer. There is a woman in Canada who credits her cat with detecting her breast cancer. The cat kept pawing at her chest, over and over, in the same spot. Eventually, she went to a doctor. They found a tumor, early stage. The cat saved her life. Think about that. The animal so many people call useless and selfish is actually an incredible life-saving machine wrapped in fur. And here is something that makes me emotional every time I think about it. My cat is a rescue. I found her in a parking lot 3 years ago. She was skinny. She was dirty. She was terrified of everything. Someone had thrown her away like garbage. I almost did not take her home. I was not sure I wanted a cat. My wife convinced me. We brought her inside. We fed her. We gave her a warm bed. We loved her when nobody else would. And 3 years later, she repaid that love in the most profound way possible. She saved my daughter. She saved my entire world. I looked at her differently after that night. When she sits on my lap now and purrs, I do not just see a pet. I see a guardian. I see a silent protector watching over my family. Most people will never know what their cat is truly capable of. Most people will never see this side of their pet. But I did. And I am telling you right now, never underestimate what your cat can sense. They know when you are sad. They know when you are sick. They know when something is wrong. They may not always show it the way we expect, but they know. And when the moment comes, they will act. So here is what I want you to take away from this video. The next time your cat stares at a wall for no reason, do not laugh it off immediately. The next time your cat meows frantically at your bedroom door, check on your family. The next time your cat acts completely out of character, pay attention. They may be trying to tell you something that could save a life. I almost ignored my cat that night. I almost rolled over and went back to sleep. If I had done that, I would be living a very different life right now. A life filled with grief and guilt. But because of a small black cat with green eyes, I get to hold my daughter every single morning. I get to hear her laugh. I get to watch her grow. And I will spend the rest of my life being grateful to the animal who made that possible. If this story touched your heart in any way, please hit that like button. Share this video with someone who thinks cats do not care. Leave a comment below. Have you ever seen your cat do something that seemed almost supernatural? I want to read your stories. And if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. I share incredible true stories about cats and dogs every single week. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thank you for watching. Love your pets. They might just save your life one day.